Hi guys, my name is Maggie. I am a closet organizer as well as stylist based in Toronto. You can find me on Instagram at Essential Styling Tio. As well as always, if this is your first time coming across my YouTube channel, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, like this video so that way YouTube knows that we're doing something fun and they're gonna boost my video up and more people are gonna be able to find my channel and watch this video as well. Leave me a comment at the end of this video so I can say hi. Let's get into this video. So this video is going to be about 5 common mistakes that we all make when organizing our closet that we need to stop, and eventually it will help you long term. Here are my 5 common mistakes that I have accumulated over time that I have been doing closet organization. Mistakes that I've noticed a lot of people have been doing, all questions that I get asked the most on my social medias. So I can accumulate it to 5 mistakes that I think we just need to stop. Mistake number 1. One of the biggest mistakes you can make is organizing your closet before you declutter. Do not organize your closet before you declutter. And this simply means go in your closet, take everything out, and go one by one with each item and make sure this is an item that you are still wearing, that you still love, and whatever it isn't, that's what goes into the donation bin, or you can put it into a tailoring bin. Take it to the tailor and get it tailored for you so you can enjoy the item again. So whatever you put back in your closet, those are the items that you love. So please don't organize your closet before decluttering. Declutter first, create bins, one to donate, one to keep, and one to bring to the tailor if it's needed. Doing this will just make your life so much easier and it will save you the time of always going back every week to clean up your closet. So declutter first so you have space to utilize for your core essential wardrobe items. The second mistakes we all tend to make is holding on to items that we might wear one day. This is one of probably the biggest thing that I can guarantee you every closet organizer go through. During the decluttering process, it's so hard sometimes to let go of things, especially if they hold sentimental meanings or if we've had them for such a very long time that we just don't have the ability to let go of them yet. A lot of people tend to say, you know what, let's just move on, let's just put in the maybe pile, let's just like come back to it. And I have said many times on my YouTube channel, if that's the case, you find yourself in the position that you're not ready and prepared to let go of an item, put it in the bin, put it in your garage. In 3 months, go back and look at it and say, is this truly an item that I want to keep? If not, then completely let it go. Donate it to your local charities. They need it more than the item just sitting in your wardrobe and taking prime real estate of either items that you could be utilizing for that specific space. So don't hold on to items that you might wear one day. Trust me, if you have not worn this item over 6 months to a year, the chances of you wearing it one day that it might come back in trend is very slim. So please, do yourself a favor, pour away with the item and give it to someone else who will have a better use out of it. Moving on to mistake number 3, and that is burying clothes out of sight. And this I simply mean is having baskets that you just store everything just for the sake of it and put on a lid and store it away so it's out of sight. Don't do that, because what will happen is you're gonna have a basket that you just keep adding mess and mess and mess, and next thing you know, you have this huge pile of mess in a basket in your wardrobe. So don't do that to yourself. Make sure you're very intentional of what goes into those baskets. If it's a basket, let's say that you store your hat, make sure it's only your hat. If it's a basket that you store all of your scarves, make sure it's only your scarves and they're properly folded and properly organized. If it's a basket that you store your intimates, your socks, make sure it stays that way. Be very intentional. Don't just store things just for the sake of it being out of sight. Make sure everything within the basket makes sense and works for you and your closet. Because later on down the line, you're saving yourself the headache and the stress and the time of going back and going through the whole pile of the mess that you created by just putting everything and burying them within the basket just so that way they are stored away. So do not do that. Be very intentional of what goes in there and make sure whatever is in there is properly organized. And that leads me to my 4th mistakes that people tend to make is splurging, buying a lot of organization products without a plan. You just go to Michael's, you go to Marshall's, Amazon, and you just buy a bunch of organization stuff, like a lot of baskets, a lot of hangers, a lot of dividers with no plan of exactly how you're gonna execute these items within your closet. If you have a small closet or small space closet, you have to be very intentional of items that you're putting in there. You don't want to put anything that's bulkier because it's gonna just tend to take on a lot of space and you're gonna run out of space of actually storing all of your clothes. You want to make sure you buy products that are gonna fit the space that you are working with and don't splurge on unnecessary items just because you wanted to. Organizational products tend to be very expensive, so have a plan, create a plan for yourself first, then go out there and source for these items that are going to work for your space. If let's say you have a very small closet but you want to put all of your sweaters in the basket, maybe that might not be the best products to use to store your sweaters. So the best products to buy perhaps will be dividers, so that way you are actually spacing the items, so spacing all of your sweaters according to its actual size and dimensions, and you're not eating up more space than you need. Just make sure that you don't go out there and splurge on organizational products that you don't need. So let's stop that. And that brings us to our last but not least mistake number 5 that a lot of people tend to do, is to fill in the gaps or shop with no intention. And I have done a whole story on this on my Instagram, but simply what I'm saying is, after you organize your closet and it's as beautiful as it is, if you want to go and shop and add more things to your closet, just be very intentional. Only fill in the gaps of items that are essentials and items that are classics. Essentials are like basics, you know, your tank tops, your t-shirts. Those are your essentials. Fill in the gaps of those because you are going to wear them more. And get the classics like the blazers. Don't go out and shop just for the sake of shopping, because what's gonna happen is you're gonna end up with a lot of clothes than you need, probably more clothes than you had prior to decluttering or prior to organizing your closet. And then you're gonna find yourself in the same situation that you were in before organizing your closet. You're gonna have a lot of unused items that you don't wear anymore, that are out of style, out of your own personal style, that you're just not getting the full benefit of. And that's just time wasted and as well as money wasted. You don't wanna spend a bunch of money that you're just gonna throw away eventually. So be very intentional when it comes to shopping. Every time I wanna buy a new pair of denim, let's say I wanna buy a black denim, I ask myself, do I have a black denim already? If I do, then I don't have to buy it. If I don't, then I probably would buy it. But is it a different cut? Can I get a trousers instead? Do I already have a trousers that can still work instead of a black denim? So be very intentional, have a plan. Overall, it's gonna help your closet and it's gonna help build your wardrobe, and you will have a beautiful space that you just need little edits here and there on a seasonal basis, but that's about it. That's it. Those are the 5 common mistakes we tend to do when it comes to closet organization. Mistake number 1 is stop organizing before decluttering. Mistake number 2, stop holding on to items that you might wear one day. And mistake number 3, stop burying clothes out of sight just because you want a space that looks clean. Make sure your clothes are actually organized within those baskets. And mistake number 4, do not splurge and buy organizational products without having a proper plan on how you're gonna actually utilize them in the space that you have. And the last mistake is stop shopping without intentions. Long term, you're gonna have a beautiful closet that is beautifully organized and it makes sense with the proper system with your core essential items that you actually wear and use on a daily basis. I hope this video was fun. I hope you learned something, and I hope any of these things, if you're doing, I hope you are gonna stop. If you need my help, as always, I'm always on Instagram at Essential Styling. If it's your first time watching any of my video, I have a whole playlist on closet reactions that you should check out, as well as don't forget to like this video, share it with everyone you know, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye!